Hey, thanks for tuning in. And today I want to talk about how much income will 1 million generate. 1 million, that's a lot of money. Let's talk about it. It depends on what are you investing in, how long, and the type of risk. So if you invest in a portfolio of stock index funds and bonds within between 30% to 70% stocks, you should safely be able to withdraw 4% maximum for 30 years. Now you should be able to withdraw 40,000 a year. That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. So that's what you can, kind of have a rough idea. But the more exciting question, I guess, it will be to what to do with it. That's the exciting part. It's not about, I always say, it's not about getting rich, it's about staying rich and getting richer. So, what's the first step? Step number one is to start with guaranteed income. Now, what I'm basically referring to is, okay, so here's the first thing you do. If you were to obtain $1 million or any large amount of money for that matter, you sit on it. Like, it's so simple. It just makes sense. It's just common sense actually. Because you're not ready for it, kind of. So you don't wanna make a decision, fast decisions. You sit on it for at least three, preferably 6 months. This is the best advice I can give you for any large lump of money. Of course, if you ask what to do with $500, $500,000, I the same thing. Just sit on it and save that money, just for 6 months at least. And then what you do is where you gonna put it to sit on it is a little thing called CD. Now a lot of people don't know about CD. I know a lot about CDs, and CD is pretty much the safest and most guaranteed investment you can make. There will be plenty of time later for you to decide where to put all your money. But in the meantime, you're gonna interest while you decide where to invest long term, and count on your money sitting safely and soundly in a good CD. There's nothing like guaranteed security you get with a CD or any on good online savings account. So go and look that up, and that will be step number one. Step number two: pay off debt. Not the dumb way, the smart way. Use what to pay off debt smartly. Okay, you have them. We're going to pay it off. How are we going to pay it off? Not all at once, not necessarily. Trying to understand how that works. Look that up. Get off that off you. Step number three is to boost up your emergency fund. It's probably more cash than you've ever had in your entire life. Maybe you just plain pretend, so you don't even have a $10,000, but it will be a lot of money. So if you probably have, this is very, very, very probably that's more cash than you've ever had in your entire life sitting, and they're doing nothing, and that's okay. That's okay. You're not turning a new leaf, and it's new to you, so enjoy. And once again, boost up your emergency fund. Just put it there and just enjoy. Step number four, of course, is to give it away. That's not like giving away. Billionaires, millionaires, people with money, they give it away. Why? You don't understand until you get it. So, what do you do now? This is more, for me and my background, I guess. So I don't feel like you don't feel like you have to oblige to what I'm saying. But the first thing I would personally spend out, the million, is to give 10%, 9% straight to our church. I would write a check of $100,000 to a church straight off the top. Now this is my background. I know churches. I know churches very well, and I can guarantee you that there are wolves everywhere. You know what I'm saying? There are bad people everywhere, and I know that church has wolves. And but I know where I put my money. I know the church that I put my money. I'm not just the man with the money that just write off checks to anybody. Not That's not the way. I know who I'm giving it away to. And there's a lot of tax benefit for doing that, spiritually, morally, and whatever. So give it away. 9%. This is what I would do. I would give it away. Then step five: peer-to-peer lending. This is amazing. This is another amazing idea. How much? a very good chunk. I would put like 250,000 into both Lending Club and Prosper, splitting them in half. So 125, thousand a pop. Basically, for the sake of diversification, I would try both. Of course, this is what I would suggest you do the same. Sitting on 8% to 9% yield with very little volatility, or as some planners refer to standard deviation. This is what they call it. It's pretty hard to beat. That's what I would do. Step number 6, bonds, 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 and more bonds. What type of bonds would I buy? Frankly, most people are lazy, so I wouldn't do the time or research to choose individual bonds. It'd be too much for a headache. Honestly, I learned more towards the mutual fund side of things. There are a lot of good mutual funds, bond funds that have done really well over the last few years. Just to diversify, I would also consider buying some bond ETFs. Now, just to get a little bit personal, I'm a capitalist, so I'm a capitalist investor. So, but I understand that it takes something. You either have it or you don't. Capitalism, you either have it or you don't. And if I explain it to somebody, they either get it or they don't. So 99. So I don't know people around me that do have that mentality. At least I didn't have any people around me that had the same mentality 5 years back. And I can guarantee you that you probably don't have it, not yet. And so if you don't even know what I'm talking about, definitely go look up into bonds. Now again, you may just play pretend. You may not have not even $10 on your bank account. So you right now you have a little thing called competitive advantage because you playing pretend, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing if you playing pretend. What that basically means that you setting yourself up for the future. So you really taking control of what's gonna come, in the next future. At least if you understand that you playing pretend and you conscious about what you're doing. So I would personally say, obviously suggest other people to buy bonds, but get into stocks. But that's what I would do. Step number 7 is actively managed mutual funds. Once again, this is something you need to be aware of. Let it be known that I'm a capitalist investor. Once again, indexing is personally something I'm a big fan of. I love it. A lot of people, love other stuff. I do love capitalism, but you may not. So, with 100,000 K, I will allocate it to 10 to 12 different mutual funds. Another option I would consider is a Betterment. Even though they use, passively managed ETFs, they do make active changes to their portfolio. Another one I heard is great is a Asset Lock. That one is great too. So look up on mutual funds because something good may happen to your money. Step 8, track your retirement. Track your retirement. Look for comprehensive retirement plan that will help you determine what's right for you on the web for free. There are good planners. Go and look that up. Step 9, my baby, stocks. I would buy some individual stocks. I would put like a lot of money into stocks. Individual stocks were part of the money, of course, but I would allow myself to be crazy, to go totally crazy. I think it's part of of a life lived right that you learn to make some lemonade out of your lemons. It really means what I'm really saying is that I know where I put I know where I put my money. I know that I'm buying lemon and I'm getting my lemonade out of it. So and that's something that for me like it really comes snappy, it really come easy. I think personally because my background, it's a new language, it's a new world. Capitalism, it's all about vocabulary. The idea is simple, it's so simple, really simple, especially for stocks, where you can you see you do like that. We all have the I think we all have the aspirations, and although I hate the word, I always hated the aspiration word. Like, what does it even mean? We are active people. We do the work. What does it even mean aspiration? Usually people with aspirations, they are losers and bums. They don't do nothing. So, but that's another story. But what I'm trying to say is that it's a new vocabulary. It's like learning a new language. The idea is so simple, and we all have the, as I was saying, that thing of being part of something greater. So if you want to be part of something greater, you don't have to create the next Microsoft, the next Apple. You can buy stocks and be part of that community and be part of these people that are shaping our reality. So that's another good thing about investing in stocks. So step 10 obviously is my business. This is what I would do, other than peer-to-peer lending, which was something cool. I don't really entertain any and non-traditional investments like private real estate partnership or any of that type of privileged equity stuff. The other non-traditional assets in which I would invest is my business, of course. So whether that's a new book or editorials information to keep that constant 1% daily change active, exciting and beautiful, I'm all in for it. That's basically what I would do with the 1 million. Step number 10 is something that I'm really into, my business and my own thing, real estate and something out of my comfort zone. Whether, as I said, whether it be a new book or a new editorial online, I'm all in for it. So, how much income will 1 million generate? As I said before, if you do your investment, like you can get those 40,000, just yeah, that 40,000, 40 to 50,000 a month, a year, even more. But then it depends on how you put your money, what you do with it. Are you playing pretend? And got a few more questions, any new concerns? Ask it in the comment section down below. This is your Mark Moreau, and thank you.